Hey guys, what up? GangstaPranksta here, bringing my weekly wrestling review for the week of May 14th. And this week I'll be reviewing Raw, Smackdown, Impact, and give my predictions for Sacrifice. Before I get into that, just the gameplay you were watching is a tag team match between Beer Money and Santino and Kozlov. And if I talk a little bit long, well, it's a pretty short match. I'll probably throw in a random match. And they'll probably be a TNA Battle Royale with a bunch of random people I put in. So let's just get right into it because there's a lot of stuff to talk about. First, we got Raw. Raw was not that good. I didn't really like it. It started out with Alberto Del Rio. He comes out. He says he's the #1 draft pick. Mysterio comes out. He says Del Rio doesn't deserve a title shot. And the Miz comes out. He says he's the #1 contender. Then R-Truth comes out and he cuts the dumbest fucking promo about wrestling food, and I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're a heel, but you say some of the dumbest shit like the past couple weeks. Blows my mind just what he says. If he's writing his own shit, get someone to write his shit, because his shit is shit. And he brags about taking out John Morrison. The GM sends an email and says, give me a triple threat for the #1 contendership. Miz versus Del Rio versus Mysterio for the main event. R-Truth gets pissed, and rightfully so. If I were booking this, I would probably have a championship scramble match with all 5 people. R-Truth, Cena, Mysterio, Del Rio, and Miz. That way it's like a cool main event. You don't know, like, anybody could win. Miz, Del Rio, whatever. Next we got the Bella Twins versus Eve and Kelly Kelly. The match was a Divas match. Nothing amazing. Kelly pinned one of the Bellas, and then Karma comes out and takes out Eve. So, next was Mason Ryan versus Kane. I think this was a rematch from last week. This match was blah as well. Nexus came out, they attacked Kane, and then Big Show came out, made the save, and they just cleaned house on everybody. Next we have Santino versus Dolph Ziggler. First, before I get into the match, Dolph Ziggler's supporting a new look. He no longer has the blonde hair, he has the short black hair. Personally, he just looks like a jacked up Evan Bourne. There's more people with black hair, short black hair, than people with long blonde hair. So I think that was really unique for his character, and it was him, you know. But yeah, he just looks weird now. The match was okay. He took on Santino. He won with the zigzag. Alex Riley comes out, challenges Cena to a match to try and make it up to Miz for last week. I don't know why the fuck he's still on Raw. You got drafted to Smackdown. Go be on that show. That's enough what I'm going to say on that. Cena says he accepts, and 2 FUs and STFU, and he wins. Next we got Michael Cole. He comes out and he says he retires, not from wrestling, but just from in-ring action. Lawler interrupts him. He says he wants to match it over the limit. Cole talks about Mother's Day and talks about Jerry's mom. And I cringed when I watched this because just they're taking it too far by talking about Lawler's mom. And if you don't know, she did pass away legit. And yeah, it's really like bad to watch. It's just like, really? Whatever. Lawler goes to attack Cole. Swagger comes out, takes out Lawler. Sets up Jack Swagger versus Kofi Kingston for the U.S. title. This was a good match. The end comes when Lawler distracts Swagger, allowing Kofi to hit the Trouble in Paradise. After the match, Lawler goes to attack Cole, and he grabs his tie through one of the little holes in the box Cole sits in, and pulls his tie and smashes Cole's face. It was okay. But Swagger makes a save and he accepts the match on Cole's behalf. So Another fucking match, yeah. Next we got the main event, Mysterio versus Miz versus Del Rio. Really good triple threat. I thought it was a really good match. Miz wins. And Cena comes out and he's like, Miz, if you're going to face me, it can only be a night quit match. So, I quit match it over the limit. Should be okay. And then R-Truth comes out and takes out Mysterio. It was an okay Raw. Like, Raw should be good, not okay. But you know what was good? TNA Impact, which was next. It was, when I saw the spoilers last week, I flipped the fuck out. But it actually turned out okay on TV. First we got Jeff and Karen. They come out and Jeff wants a truce with Kurt. And Kurt comes out and says no, and he talks some shit to them. And then they want to know who the mistress is, and of course Angle says later. Let's put this off a little bit more. Next, Tara and Madison Rayne versus Mickie James and Miss Tessmacher. Short match. Miss Tessmacher rolls up Madison. Whatever. Next, Dreamer arrives at Impact, and fucking AJ pops out of nowhere like Nightcrawler from X-Men. Just appears. And he confronts Dreamer. Dreamer doesn't say anything. And then AJ challenges Dreamer to a match at Sacrifice, and he accepts. And I don't know why Dreamer is part of this feud. Fucking stupid. Next, we have Beer Money. They come out and they tell Matt Hardy to come out so they can accept his challenge like a man. Hardy comes out. Beer Money is like, yo, we know Jeff's your partner, blah, blah, blah. And as awesome as that would be, it's not. Although I would like to see the Hardys versus Beer Money at Slammiversary. I think that would be an awesome match. But they talk some shit. James Storm got his chance too. Cut an okay promo on Matt Hardy. And then Chris Harris makes his return to TNA. If you don't know who he used to be partners with James Storm, AMW. One of the best tag teams TNA had for a long time. And if you haven't seen any of their matches, go check them out. They're all good. Like, really fucking good. So, it's Matt Hardy and Chris Harris versus Beer Money at Sacrifice. Next we have Sangriento versus Suicide in a rematch from last week. It was better from last week. But there's a funny part in this match. Sangriento bounced off the ropes, like hit a move or something. And Suicide went for a kick, but he didn't get to get his leg up all the way, so he kicked Sangriento in the nuts, and I just felt his pain, and it's kind of funny. Yeah, but Sangriento wins. Next we have Hogan, Flair, Bischoff, Karen, and Jeff Jarrett. They come out. They want to know who the network is. Mick Foley makes his return. It's the second return. We still got one more to go. And he's like, I'm a network executive, and things are going to change. And it's not TNA wrestling anymore. It's Impact Wrestling. And this is legit. From what I've read, they're not, like, even the website, it's Impact Wrestling. That's the domain name. But he says there's going to be more wrestling. I call bullshit, and I'll believe it when I see it. And then he brings out, he makes the main event, 25-man Battle Royale for a future world title shot. That's cool. And then he introduces the mistress, who is none other than Chyna, making her return to wrestling. So, I'm like, TNA expects me to believe that Kurt Angle and Chyna were sleeping together. Come the fuck on, TNA. Come on. Next we have Abyss versus Crimson versus Samoa Joe. This was like a 3-minute match. Like, I didn't give it a lot of time. Crimson pins Samoa Joe. And then Samoa Joe, he looks like he's gonna attack Crimson, but Abyss attacks Crimson. And Joe walks away again. I hope they turn Joe heel, because he either make him a tweener or a heel, because the face, just like the fans like him, but he has like no steam, and just you need to do what got him over in the first place, which is just let him run through everybody. Let him like when he first came in, people thought he was beating the shit out of everybody, and he was a badass. So we need to reestablish that. Next we got the 25-man battle royale. It was a really good match. It went 30 plus minutes, which is rare for a fucking TV match. But I'm just going to quickly go through the participants. We got AJ, Beer Money, Kazarian, Christopher Daniels, Jeff Jarrett, Matt Hardy, Bully Ray, Mr. Anderson, Kurt Angle, Inc., Mexican America, Orlando Jordan, Eric Young, Scott Steiner, Matt Morgan, Tommy Dreamer, Doug Williams, Magnus, Robbie E., Angelo De Niro, Gunner, and Brother Devon. So this is a really good match. The final four were Angle, Anderson, Bully Ray, and Jeff Jarrett. Karen distracts Angle. Jeff throws him out. He thinks he won the match, but he didn't, because Anderson and Bully Ray were there. But Chyna comes out. She throws him out. The final two is Anderson and Bully Ray. They fight a little bit. Anderson eliminates him and becomes the new #1 contender. Some memorable spots in this match was Eric Young. He threw out Gunner, and then he eliminated himself because he thought he won the TV title, and he ran off with it. I thought it was kind of funny. The dumbest elimination was Steiner eliminates Matt Morgan, and then Matt Morgan's on the floor, Steiner's in the ring, and they like shake each other's hand, and Steiner's dumb enough to shake his hand, and Matt Morgan starts pulling him over, and then Bully Ray just throws Steiner over. They probably were not shaking hands, but it looked like it, and it looks fucking stupid. But overall, check out the Battle Royale. It was really good. If you like wrestling, 30 plus minutes. So good impact. Yeah. Next we have Smackdown. It starts out with Christian. He comes out, talks about losing the title. Sheamus comes out. He says he wants a match against Christian. Mark Henry comes out. He says the crowd came to see him. Talk a little bit more. Henry and Sheamus, they jump Christian. Orton makes a save. This sets up main event tag team. Orton Christian versus Sheamus, Mark Henry. Next we got Sin Cara versus Daniel Bryan. This was a good match. This was a fucking good match. Wish they had a little bit more time, but it was good for what they had. Chavo distracts Daniel Bryan, allowing Sin Cara to hit his finisher. After the match, Sin Cara sees that Chavo helped him from the Titantron. I think this is the first time ever someone's actually looked at the fucking Titantron. Oh my god. Thank God, Sin Cara. You're the first one. And he gets pissed at Chavo and shoves him down. Layla comes out and talks about beating Michelle McCool. And then Michael Cole interrupts her. And he rips into the divas. And he says, no one likes you. Shouldn't be on TV. No one cares about the divas. And it's like, wow. And if you notice, he's been interrupting divas matches like the whole time. So I expect the divas to cost Michael Cole his match against Jerry Lawler at Over the Limit. So Cole talks about Lawler because they're in Tennessee and stuff, and then Karma comes out, and it looks like she's gonna take out Michael Cole, but she ends up taking Layla out, and then she chases Michael Cole back to his box. So that would have been cool if she gave him an implant buster, but maybe at Over the Limit. Next we have the Core. They come out, they gloat about taking out Ezekiel Jackson, and then Kane comes out to face Wade Barrett. This was a good match. Ends in DQ when Gabriel and Slater jump Kane. Ezekiel Jackson comes out to make the save, but he gets overwhelmed and he gets taken out as well. Next we got Great Khali. He comes out with his manager in a fucking cowboy hat. And they do the Khali kiss cam. Stupid bullshit. But they pick a chick, Khali kisses her, and then Jinder Mahal, who I think they said was Khali's brother or something. And yeah, He slaps Khali twice and yells at him in Arab. So next we got Ted DiBiase versus Cody Rhodes. This was a quick match. I wish I had a bit more time. It's good to see Ted DiBiase on SmackDown. He really got lost in the shuffle on Raw. So hopefully he can do big things on SmackDown. I have a lot of faith in him. But Cody ends up winning the match. So next we have Christian versus Orton. Christian and Orton versus Sheamus and Mark Henry. This is a good main event. Christian hits his finisher on Sheamus for the win. Overall, SmackDown was good. Some good matches, and yeah, that's about it. Next, before I get into TNA Sacrifice Predictions, just a couple news tidbits. John Morrison underwent neck surgery, and he will be out of action. I read like 4 to 6 weeks, but it could be longer. So, hope everything goes well with him. Next we have Chris Sabin, who underwent knee surgery. He injured himself like a week ago. And it sucks because Alex Shelley was injured, and then Sabin wrestled by himself. And then Sabin got injured when Shelley made his return, so now Shelley's going to wrestle by himself. Which sucks, so he's going to be out of action for a while. Brock Lesnar, don't plan on talking about the UFC, but Brock Lesnar is a former professional wrestler, so he is out of his UFC 131 bout with Junior Dos Santos due to diverticulitis, whatever. The same thing that put him out for like a year. Like, he couldn't fight for a year because he had like this disease or something. And it sucks for him. He's not going to be able to fight, but Shane Carwin will replace him and fight Junior Dos Santos. Shane Helms was in a bad motorcycle accident with his girlfriend. Shane Helms, he suffered a broken ankle, a broken jaw, a broken nose, as well as other fractures, and needed 200 stitches plus just to like keep them together. And his girlfriend, who suffered a broken neck but no spinal cord damage, so that's good to hear. At least they're doing better. And is the Pope, Angelo De Niro, gone from Twitter? Gone from TNA Wrestling? He posted the following on his Twitter today or yesterday. My time has come. It's time to move on. I served well. Hope none has been disappointed. Hope my hard work has been applauded and appreciated. There's no confirmation that he has gone from TNA, but let the speculation arise. So next we got TNA Sacrifice. This looks like an okay show, and I'm just gonna go through. First we got Abyss versus Crimson. I expect Abyss to win here, and for them to continue this feud into Slammiversary. Probably have Joe in there and have it like a hardcore match. Slammiversary. Next we have Mexican America. So Abyss to win that match. Next we have Mexican America versus Inc. I think Mexican America needs the win to establish themselves as heels. So Mexican America do it up, and then they can have a rematch at Slammiversary or Inc. wins. We got the next match, AJ Styles versus Tommy Dreamer. It's whatever. I don't really want Tommy Dreamer to be a part of this whole angle, but he is, so. Expect Bully Ray to come out and cost AJ the match, and I'll set up a match for Slammiversary, AJ and Bully Ray. And I plan on doing like how I would book Slammiversary within a couple weeks. Like, yeah, so. Next is TNA X Division Champion Max Buck. TNA X Division match, Kazarian versus Max Buck. I am so fucking disappointed in TNA. If you didn't watch Lockdown last month, you didn't know this match was gonna fucking happen, because they didn't do shit on Impact to tell you that it was. Max Buck hasn't even fucking appeared Well, he has. He was last week. He was one of those X Division guys complaining about not being used, and I fucking agree. You're gonna have a match on the fucking pay-per-view for the X Division title, and you haven't done shit to build it up. Fuck you, TNA. But I expect Max Buck to win, and yeah, if they plan on going with this X Division storyline, like them not being used, let Max Buck win, and you could be like, yo, I have the title, or some shit like that. Next we have Mickie James versus Madison Rayne. I expect Mickie to win, and Tara will be free and stuff. And I think Tara and Madison will have a match at Slammiversary. And then Mickie will defend her title against Velvet Sky, or they'll put them all in a 4-way match or something like that. Next we have Matt Hardy and Chris Harris versus Beer Money for the tag team titles. Expect Beer Money to win. Hopefully they do Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy versus Beer Money next month, but I don't know. There is a chance Matt Hardy and Chris Harris could win the tag team titles. I just that could be plausible. As much as I wouldn't like that to happen, but whatever. Next we have Kurt Angle and Chyna versus Jeff Jarrett and Karen Jarrett. I didn't know they were Chyna was actually gonna wrestle. I thought it was Kurt and Jarrett again, and Chyna and Karen are on the outside. Probably didn't say that right, but whatever. But I think Kurt and Chyna are gonna win. I mean, you're bringing in Chyna, so like let her dominate or something like that. So Kurt and Chyna win. Yeah. In the main event, Rob Van Dam versus Sting for the TNA title. I expect Sting to win and face Anderson at Slammiversary. But if this was me, I'd still have Sting win. But at Slammiversary, actually, I'm not going to give away my main event for my planned Slammiversary. But I expect Sting to win, beat Van Dam, and to take on Anderson at Slammiversary. That's about it for this week. But check out the main event from Raw. Check out Impact, because it was a good show. But if you don't want to, check out the main event. It was a really good match. And check out Sin Cara vs. Daniel Bryan. That was a good match as well. So this is my weekly wrestling in review. I'll see you next week, Saturday. And I'll review everything in Sacrifice. And I think I get my predictions for Over the Limit. So that's probably going to be a fucking hectic show. A lot of reviews and predictions to do. Anyways, guys, if you liked it, leave a comment. You don't have to leave a like. I don't care about all that bullshit. But give me your predictions for TNA Sacrifice. Leave them in a comment or something. Alright, see you next week, guys. Peace out.